So for my blush category, I have 15, which sounds like a lot, but I originally only had these, and I felt like they just weren't enough for me. So that's the main reason I got this Ulta Black Friday thing. I got the entire set, which included these and all of the eyeshadows for $50. So I thought it was a great deal. But yeah. Anyway, so I have, these are like some of my oldest products I have in my collection. These are from elementary school. This is Ulta Cheek Exposed and Ulta Cheek Flush. And absolutely love these. Use them all the time. This is my, I would say my go-to blush, and you can see it's broken. So sadly, I'm going to repress it tonight. So I actually bought stuff today to repress it with. And this is in the shade Bashful. This one is actually a face powder. It's a Maybelline. It's super old. I've had it since like at least junior high. And I use that to like put on top of any blush that I get a little heavy-handed with. So that helps like tone down any super heavy blush. This is the JCat. This is one of my newest ones. This is the JCat in Love Struck. And it has a cute little cat embossment on it. And the top of it has like a glitter coat. It's really pretty, but I noticed in the reviews online that people were complaining that after you get past the top coat that it's matte instead of glitter, and that doesn't bother me at all because I like matte, but you know, just in case you're more of a glitter girl, I would stay away from that one. This is my Stila Convertible color in the shade Gerbera, and I've gotten quite a lot of use out of this. It looks kind of gross because I know that looks nasty, but I use, it's a cream product, remember that, and I use the same brush that I use to contour with to put my blush on, so you can see a little bit more of the true shade right there. But I kind of like having this little film of contour over it because it just helps tone it down a little bit, and I just think it's really pretty. But yeah, it's beautiful. So now moving on to the Ulta packaged ones. I have all of these shades. It's a matte nude pink, matte mauve blush, matte rose blush, shimmer berry, shimmer coral, shimmer peach, shimmer nude mauve, shimmer pink blush, shimmer light pink. And like I said, I'm more of a matte girl, so I usually stick to these. They are a little bit dark, so that's when this guy really comes in handy for me because I like to either mix or layer. So I'll go in with this and then this on top, or I'll just mix the two to begin with. And then these shimmery ones, I don't see myself getting a ton of use out of them, but at the same time, like, I don't want to throw them out because I might want to put like a glitter topper on it. And you know, styles change, and I might want to get more into glittery blushes, so I think those would be great like as a topper for now. Okay, as far as bronzing products go, I just have these two products. This is the Revolution Ultra Blush Palette, and I'm pretty sure they renamed it to like the Bronze Palette, because I got this probably a year ago, and I think they've changed the packaging. This has 6 bronzers, and I would consider these 2 highlights. I'll get into those more when I talk about my highlighters, but these 3 are my go-to bronzers for the majority of the year, and this one's just as nice. It's just that these 3 are like conveniently placed together, so I kind of just mix all these. And then this one's too orange for my skin tone, but I use it as a transition shade for eyeshadow. And then this is a bronzer topper. It's just really, it's a really pretty glow to put on top of your bronzer. I would just compare it to like a mineralized skin finish. And I like, whenever I want to be more glowy instead of a matte look, I put that on top of my bronzer, so it's really nice. But this is the normal shade of Butter Bronzer, and for most of the year it's too dark for me because I am really pale, but I'm gonna definitely try to use this more in the summer. As you can see, the waves are still pretty intact, and I haven't gotten much use out of it, but I'm just really loving this one, and I would highly recommend this one. If you're pale like me, pale to medium skin tone, I guess, I would highly recommend this because it's just beautiful, and one of my faves. I realized that I forgot to include these 2 bronzers from my Ulta palette gift thing, but yeah. thought it was definitely worth mentioning because I absolutely love this bronzer. It is beautiful, and I don't know. I don't think you can really just like go out and buy this on its own if you can, but it's beautiful and I like using it. This is like a topper. I don't ever use this, but then again, I haven't had this palette very long. I guess, oh, let's compare these two. That'll be fun. So they are similar. This one seems a bit lighter, so the Ulta one does seem a bit lighter. But I might go into it a little bit just as a bronzer topper. But yeah, so I'm really excited. Like I said, this one's a newer palette, so I haven't gotten a ton of use out of it. But I use this a ton. Gonna use that in the summer, and I use this whenever I think about it. Okay, so now we're getting into the highlight collection, and for those I have 7. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I consider these 2 a highlight out of my bronzer palette. But so I have these 2 from my holiday collection, and this is a gold one and a rose gold. I have never used these, and I'm actually planning on crushing them up and combining them, or like, I just want to get them out of here because I know I'm never going to use them, but I do feel like it'll be fun to crush them up and use them as a body glitter. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but it's what I'm going to do with them, and I already bought the little things to do it with, so I'm excited to do that. That's going to be a project for later tonight. Yeah, and then I have this rose gold. I'm pretty sure that's the shade number. Molten Rose Gold in the Master Chrome. This has come highly recommended from a lot of YouTubers, and I do like it, but then again, I am not a fan of a blinding highlight, so it's not my favorite, but then again, I am a subtle highlight girl, so remember that. I feel like most people are not. Most people want that shine, but I like the subtle, natural glow. So yeah. And then this, as I say that, this is like my oldest highlighter ever. I got this in high school. I got it for my, I think it was my sophomore year prom. So this is pretty old, but I love it. I don't love it as a highlighter. I actually, I used to do that, but now I use it on my eyes. You can see there's a pretty good dip. Whenever I first got it, the mound was so high. Like the mound went up to like almost the top of the box. And so you can see I made a huge dent in it. I used this one to put on top of my eyeshadow because I love glittery eyeshadow. And I also use this as a body glitter if I ever need a good body glitter. So, yep. I don't know if they still sell this, but definitely gotten a ton of use out of this, and it's still going strong. I think it's called Naked Illuminate. This one is my Stila Shimmer Duo in the shade Kitten, and usually their kitten line means pink, but this one is definitely not pink. It's just a beautiful subtle highlight, and I don't know if my hands are clean. Okay, I'm just checking. I love the way this looks on the skin. I know that looks kind of weird, like right there in the swatch, but yeah, they're just really nice on the skin, and it's a subtle highlight, and it just looks very natural to me. So I use these quite a bit. I like it. I told you that, well, I guess I didn't yet, but I'm not really a huge fan of gold highlights, but this is the exception because it's so subtle that it's just like the nicest like little hint of gold. And I'll usually mix in these 2 together. Sometimes I just go for this one, sometimes I just go for this one, but most of the time I mix them. And then on these, this is probably one of my most used highlights because it's so subtle and so pretty, and I just love it. I'm running out of fingers here. See, like, it doesn't look that subtle on my hand, but once it's on your face, it's really not that, you know, it's not like one of those, like, I don't like it to look like a glazed donut. You know, I know a lot of people go for that look, but that's just not me. And I have this other gold one. I'm not flipping you off, sorry. I have this other gold one that I never use, and, but, you know, I thought, you know, it'll be good for, like, a special occasion if I'm feeling a good gold look. So, yeah. But that's about it for the highlighting collection.